thanks for joining us, Gav. Obviously, have you been skinny dipping at all recently now with Jordan since the last time?
Yeah, me and Jordan went up. We done a run over the top of Rhondda. It was an hard old run, and we ran up to the top res, and we jumped in the waterfalls at the top. It was ice cold, but it was nice. So it was nice when we jumped out there, but it was freezing. I mean, freezing when we jumped in, but it was good recovery work, like.
I bet, but a proper natural recovery, I suppose that is, Gavin.
Yeah, I needed it, but like carrying this extra weight, my legs were on fire.
How's things with Gav? You right, bud?
Yeah, I'm good, but I'm good. Yeah, so it's just getting back to training now, but and stop eating, but I'm.
It's hard work, but it is hard work.
I gone through some chocolate bars. I haven't stopped eating chocolate, but so yeah.
Well, Gav, we last caught up, but before you fight in fight camp with James Tennyson. I mean, what have you been up to since? You mentioned that obviously you're training hard, but I mean, I suppose the most important thing to you has been the family time and the quality of family time you've been getting in as well, mate.
Yeah, like straight after the fight, my missus booked for us to go down like a static caravan down in Tenby. So we stayed down there for a week. Yeah, and we were really lucky. All the weather all week didn't. Well, the highest was, I think it was 30 degrees, and lowest was about 26, 27. Like, so we were lucky with the weather, but it was like being abroad. Like, it was stunning down there, fair play. It's just nice to have like live a normal life for a bit as well, really.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And I mean, are you sort of juggling work as well with your training now, Gav? What's the situation there, mate?
Yeah, I've gone back to work now. Obviously, it's no point me staying off work if I can go to work and earn some money while I'm waiting for a fight. That's the best way, really. Like my father said, it's loads of work for you. So I've gone back to work now, but I've been training in the nights, doing my runs, and I injured my hand in the fight, injured my right arm, but that's healing now. So I'm starting to use it. Done a little bit of body sparring today. I'm going to start sparring with Lee next week now to help him. He's got a fight date as well, so hopefully that's going to be announced next week for him. So I'm going to get back in the gym and help him out with sparring. And it's nice because obviously he helped me out with sparring for my fight with James, so I can help him out for his fights. And I've helped him the last 4 or 5 fights with sparring. So I'm a bit of a good luck charm, I think, Bet.
Top man, Steve, top man.
Gav, what was fight camp like? What was it like being in Matchroom HQ? Was obviously, not talking with the fighters, but just being there. Would you class as an experience you look back on fondly?
Yeah, like on the way up, me and Tony was chatting in the car, and like only a certain number of fighters got a chance to fight in Eddie's back garden. So it's like a story I can tell the grandkids. It was a bit of a surreal experience, really. During the pandemic, I got to have a fight. I was really lucky to have a fight as well. So yeah, it was really good up there, and everything was top class. Matchroom were anything I wanted. It was there that within 10 minutes they brought it up to the room, and it was really good fit. And I can't thank Matchroom and Eddie for allowing me to box on one of the shows. Like, so
a lot of the fighters said, Gav, they found it a bit strange, a bit different, shall we say, being around their opponent so much. Obviously during the run up to the fight. I mean, how did you see much of James, and how did you find that, mate? Did you find it weird?
Yeah, it was weird because obviously we were all in. We didn't stay in Eddie's house. We stayed in what was it?
Travel lodge, is it?
Like a travel lodge sort of thing. So he rented like the half of the hotel out and built a gym and everything. We had a little walk-in area where we could go outside because it was boiling when I was up there. We could have a walk outside in the morning and have a breakfast and have a chill outside. So we'd see all the fighters like all the time. So I seen James like 3 or 4 times a day. Like it was like living in the same house sort of thing. It was like Big Brother. But you obviously had the cameras. You had the cameras on you. Wherever you went, the cameras were following you. Like so, it was a bit like Big Brother, really.
You have a game of cricket then when I got Gav, or you didn't bother, but
no, they didn't open the fences up enough when I was up there. They did it on the week after, yeah. So I would have had a game, like just to pass time, because it was boring. Obviously, when you go, I've been away to fight up in London, but obviously we could go around London and have a walkabout and just to pass time, because you're not really training hard the last week. All the work's done. You're just maintaining your weight, sort of thing. So that was the thing that got to me. It was just, like boring when you were up there. You were just in the room watching Netflix, so I had Sky on my phone, and I got one of the boys. He got all the channels, so he let me have his password. Fair play to him, right?
Great stuff.
Oh, wicked. But coming on to the fight, Gav, obviously, you know, it wasn't the outcome that we all wanted. But speaking of James, a lot of people said he was a massive hitter and a heavy hitter. What was he? Would you say that he was a heavy hitter? Is he maybe the hardest hitter you've come across? Yeah,
100%. I think it was the first round he hit me with a jab, and I went back after the first round. I said, "Oh, he hit me with a good backhand, then turned the knee," and he said, "Didn't hit you with a backhand?" I was like, "Ah."
I couldn't believe it.
I truly did. Like, and it was. I've been in with. I sparred Lewis Ritson, and he's heavy-handed, but I don't know where he was getting the power from. To be honest with you, I think wherever he hits clean, he's gonna fold them. Like I've been in with middleweights, and they don't hit that hard. Like he's gonna go on them. Like I think become easy European and world honours. He's gone into the top 10 in the IBF now. So it just goes to show what level he's at, really. And I've just been lucky in the draw. Like I'm fighting people for a British title, and they like European world level. Like, I haven't fought anyone who's British level. I think if I fight someone who's British level, I'm more than capable of winning the title. It's just I'm not the opportunity to, but I'm sure it'll come, right?
Yeah, we saw it was great to see you after the fight as well, Gav. You both having a picture together, and I know it happens obviously a lot in boxing. You know, when it's all said and done on the final bell, there's respect between the two fighters. Yeah. Did you speak much after the fight? What sort of things were said, Gav?
Yeah, he's a nice guy, James, and he said you hurt me in the first round. He said I try not to show it, but then when I watched it back, I didn't see it when I was in there. That's the only time he took a backward step, and he was pissing blood after in the drugs. We have obviously we get tested for drugs and everything. So he said he was pissing blood. So I must have hit him with a good shot. So we were having a little laugh about that and that. But yeah, he's a nice guy. Like, so I wished him all the best, and I said I hope you have all the success in the future. And he said the same to me. And he said, no doubt, I will become British champion. He said you got everything going for you, really. So.
Oh, great stuff. Eddie Hearn post fight, and you know, when he was interviewed by Sky, said, you know, how much he likes having you on the cards. You know that you'll come again. Has there been any talk of maybe of Eddie having, you know, for your 15th fight? Has he been in touch since or anything?
Well, the next day we had like a couple of messages back and forth, just saying well done and or hopefully now they're gonna have obviously when the crowd, it's hard to get any shows behind closed doors unless you're in a big fight. So unless they offered me a big fight, I wouldn't be on one of the shows. But he said as soon as the crowds are back in and we can have a show in Wales, he's more than happy to get me on one of them shows. And one of the titles we're hoping to go for is the Commonwealth title, maybe next. Obviously against someone who's British level, no European level and level. So it gives me more of a chance to win it, like, and then push on to British level and then go from there, really.
Yeah, now you've mentioned, we talked about the British title there, Gav, and obviously you still harbour dreams of winning that British title, I should imagine. I mean,
Yeah,
is there
100%.
would there be sort of a potential of like maybe James vacating of a title, and then obviously I should imagine you'd be firmly in a position then to fight for that as well, Gav?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna defend the title. He's too high up in the rankings with the. I think he's in the 2 governing bodies in world rankings in the top 10. So I think he'll push straight on now to European level. Patera, is it? The
That's
European
right,
champion.
That's right, Patera, yeah.
I think you'll get him out there pretty soon as well. I think you get him out there. I think you get the job done and then move on from there as well. I think he's going to. That's what I think is going to happen. Like I heard Eddie Earn straight after the fight. He said he's not British level. He's way past that. He fought for a world title year before last, so he's way before that. Way past that. He's been European champion, so I think they're going to push him on, and then that title will become vacant, and hopefully I get a Commonwealth title, get that win. That's my that's what I'm looking forward to now. Getting back in it, getting a win, getting a title, and then I'm gonna crack straight again and straight at the British title, and hopefully we can do some business with Matchroom and Sky, and I can get like a fight deal or something sorted. Because I'm sure I'm always in exciting fights, so I'm sure they'll want me on these shows more often, because I can sell loads of tickets as well. So especially if it's going to be a show in Cardiff, like.
Yeah, we might buy one as well, Ciaran.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Definitely.
No, that's guaranteed to win, boys. So I'm
Two, you're done.
I'm off the start there.
As long as Jordan with us is buying the beers for us.
He won't buy you beer, but I'll have to buy you
no
beer.
Chance, we.
You won't get a beer off him, but.
You might have a sneaky blue WKD key ask you off bet off Jordan.
You can't handle it, boy. You can't handle it.
Talking about the British title, Gav, would you be one of the fighters that want to defend it outright, so you get to keep it and put it on the on the mantelpiece sort of thing?
That's one of the things I wanted to do. I want to get that title. I just want to get back in it now. Get that title. Defend it 3 times, so that's mine then. No one can say, well, it's always in my house. I always got it for keeps. So that's one of the things I want to do. And then I know I could probably get to European level. I mixed it with boys who's past European level. Like, so I know I'm capable of it. It's just give me the right opponent at the right time, and I think I can do it 100%, really.
And I know we spoke to you about it before, Gav, but just just a reminder of how blessed you feel as well with the people around you, Gav. I mean, the likes of Tony, as you mentioned, and all the boys, in the gym, Lee Selby, and all the other boys that you can get sparring and work done with. Must feel great, but.
Yeah, it's we've got a great bunch of boys in the gym now, and all different weights, all different styles. We've got another coach in here as well, a pad man now, Eric. He's from Poland. Really good on the pads. I've been working with him since his last fight, and been enjoying it, really. Just been enjoying not just getting back into it and getting fit, and all the boys keep your morale up as well. It's really good to be in the gym. It's good. It's a good atmosphere. Like, you've obviously been there yourselves. Like, we're all in good spirits, but we get it work done. We make sure we all push each other, get it work done. We probably the fittest gym about. So we're all competing with each other, and we all want to see each other like achieve our goals, really. So it's really good. Fair play.
Oh, definitely. It is a great gym, and obviously, like you said, me and Key have been down there, and I don't think Tony would have anybody in there, but would they doing half measures?
No. Like, Tony's he's the strict taskmaster master. Like, he's he'll tell, but it's with me. You got to tell me to slow down and take it easy, sort of thing. It's the same with Lee, but I've got that off Lee. So if the boys can take that off us now, going forward, there's no stopping us, really. So it's
only going to benefit everyone, Gavin.
100%, 100%. Like Jordan, when he first come there, like he'd try and get away with like not doing things, but now he's got it in his head. He's got to be fit. Like these longer fights, 6 and 8 round fights against decent opponents, people who's not journeyman, but come and give it a go. It's going to be a lot harder. So you got to be fit. You can't just rely on his skill then.
And he knows, but as well, doesn't he, that, you know, if he's not doing it right, you'll dig into the stomach again, innit?
I'll just drop him like I did last time.
When do you think you'll be out next, Gav? Obviously, we'll talk about the Lee fight in a bit. Do you think potentially it could be on Lee's undercard, or is that going to be a bit too soon, do you think?
I could be potentially, but he's on a massive show. I can't say no. I can't say nothing other than that. But he's going to be on a massive show, so I can't see me being on the undercard of that unless I'm brought in as an opponent, sort of thing, for a title fight. And I don't really want to do that. I don't need the money, sort of thing. I'm not doing it for the money. I want titles. I want to be champion, sort of thing. So I want to go down the right route now, and maybe box at the end of the year, hopefully. Just as long as the timing's right, I'll take a fight. Like as long as I got like 6-7 weeks to get fit. Like I'm reasonably fit now. It's just getting the sparring and things like that, really.
Yeah.
And timing and everything else. So I'll be ready whenever the phone rings. I never say no to a fight. So
now
they could offer me anyone. I'll say yeah. Like so.
Definitely, Gav. As you said, Gav, you can't say too much on the show that we're expecting you to be on. We'll wait for news on that as soon as possible. But I saw you were with him this morning. You said you were with him. How is he? Is he raring to go for this fight now?
Yeah, he's flying. Like you see him on the pads. He's fit as he's ever been now. And do you know what? Right, I know he's getting older, but he seems to be getting better with age. I don't know what it is. He just
Benjamin
seems to be
Button, he said to me.
Yeah, and I think he's grown into this weight nice now. Like he's the same size as me now, and I'm a big lightweight. He's like he was not far off weight this morning. Like, and he looks big. Like he looks big at the weight.
Yeah.
Like so. Yeah, I think he's gonna win his next fight. I'm winning quite comfortable, if I'm honest. Like so, and he's in good spirits as well. So that's good to see as well.
We can only assume that obviously the opponent is without official confirmation, Kambosos Jr. again.
Yeah. I think it's down on box records that anyway. So
right.
It's just the date and the venue where it's going to be. But I think it's going to be announced this week. So everything to be.
Have you seen a lot of him, Kambosos Jr.?
Yeah, I'm telling Lee. I was telling Lee this morning. I watched a couple of his fights back and. He fought, I'm sure it was an ex-world champion, the last one I watched. And he struggled with him. He did struggle with him. Someone who was moving, he likes to set his feet. He likes to work. He have got really fast hands. He does dig a bit.
Yeah.
But I think Lee's not going to be there for him to let his hands go. He's going to be boxing, move him, just use his silky skills. And like he did against Ricky Burns, really. Like with Ricky, he knew he couldn't hold his feet. He had to keep moving and be busy with it, and he was quite comfortable in that fight. And obviously Ricky Burns is a lot bigger than his Kambosos, but his Kambosos is a lot quicker. Like he's got fast hands, but you got to get inside because he's a lot smaller than Lee. So
yeah,
it'd be an hard fight. I'm not saying that it's a world title eliminator. It's not going to be a walk in the park, is it? But I think Lee's going to come out on top. He's been in world, I don't know how many world title fights, how many 12 rounders, like, so he's been there before. There's no different for him, so I think he's going to do it quite comfortable, if I'm honest.
Now, fans are obviously not going to be back in quite yet, Gav, which is a big shame, but obviously if you're not fighting on the show yourself, how and where will you be watching it, Gav? Will you be on a few cans for it, or are you staying strict, mate?
No, like, I'm not drinking at all now. I'm getting my body back into. I've gone back to a monk now, but.
Good man.
I had a little blowout after. I'm not a massive drinker, like with the boys and that. You do, don't know, just drown your sorrows, sort of thing. Like, but I'm back. I'm back to it now. I'm getting myself back fit because a call could come anytime. Like, I'm happy to move up to 10 stone and take a couple of boys up to 10 stone. I'm big enough to do it. So whenever the phone rings, I'll be more than ready to get back in and bash someone's head in from.
Speaking of 10 stone fighters, Gav, did you catch Josh Taylor last night?
Yeah, really good. I got asked to go up and spar him a couple of weeks back.
No
actually.
way.
Yeah, Ben Davidson texted me, and I was obviously working, but I hadn't been in the gym. I was gutted, and they were going to pay for me to come up and spar as well. So I was a bit, oh shit, I should have been in the gym, sort of thing. They've asked me a couple of times, but the time before that, I was training for a fight, and they wanted me to go up to whatever Ben Davidson's gym is, and I couldn't get up there. So I had to lay him down that time. But this time I just wasn't fit, and Josh he's a world-class fighter, and I can't go up there not being fit, like just jumping in and jumping out after 2 rounds sort of thing.
Yeah.
That don't look good on me. So I didn't want to go up there and embarrass myself sort of thing. So I just said, oh, look, I haven't been in the gym. I told him straight, I haven't been in the gym, and I won't be no good. So.
Yeah, it's one of those probably, hopefully the opportunity arises again.
I think, they've asked me twice, and I've obviously told him the truth twice. So hopefully now they get me in again. So that's just a compliment as well, just them asking me for sparring sort of thing. So
yeah,
I was happy when they said that to me. So I must be half decent.
Yeah, it shows your level, Gav, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Josh Taylor possibly could be unified, super lightweight world champion, asking you to go and spar him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. They know I'm fit as well, and the guy he was fighting he was a non-stop fighter. But I think they'll ask me again now, because the guy he's been on Instagram and Twitter, I'm a spat with. He's quite tall and big. So I think I'll be perfect sparring for that. So hopefully I can get some rounds in with him. I'll be brilliant. I'll be one off a bucket list. It'll be fantastic to share a ring with him.
Yeah, definitely. But now, Gav, before we let you carry on with the rest of your day, mate, I just want to ask you, from your perspective, I mean, aside from the obvious one, the AJ Fury fight, what's the biggest fight that could be made between 2 British fighters, in your opinion, now in boxing?
At any weight?
Yeah, any weight. What about Saunders Smith? Do you think it's that?
Nah, I don't like that. Do you know, I think...
Would you like to see Brooke Khan, Gav, if that could be made now, or do you think it's gone?
No, do you know a fight I'd like to see is John Ryder and Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I think that'd be a cracking fight, that would. I think
that'd be a good John Ryder before. To be honest with you, I thought John Ryder beat Callum Smith last time. Yeah, I was just going to say, it was close. I'm not saying no different, but I think he just nicked the last one off. It was like 2 rounds in there, but I thought he'd done enough to do it. But obviously, his champion's favour as well in it. So, but I thought he'd done enough. But I think Callum Smith underestimated John Ryder as well. Yeah, and I think if like you said, I think next time we see Callum Smith out, I think we'll see a much better Callum Smith for me. And I mean, if he was in against Saunders, he couldn't have a performance like that, could he? No, you can't switch off at all against Billy Joe Saunders. But then again, I think Billy Joe Saunders against Canelo would be a cracking fight, that would. Yeah, definitely. For British boxing, that'd be amazing. And I think he could pull the upset off. I know he's a massive puncher and the skill set on Canelo is unbelievable, but I be honest with you, Billy Joe Saunders is by far the best boxer in Britain at the moment, I say. Skillful boxer. He is. He's special, mate, isn't he? When he's on form, he's something else. He is special. He seems to be one of those fighters as well, Gav. I don't know if you agree. He seems to rise to the occasion. I mean, his biggest win was his biggest fight against David Lemieux. Lots thought that Lemieux could bang him out, Yeah, and he won it quite comfortable. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he boxed his head off, didn't he? Yeah, and he's gone back to his old trainer as well, hasn't he? Was his Mark Tibbs. Mark Tibbs, yeah, he's gone back to his old trainer. I think that's a good move, if I'm honest with you, because he knows the ins and outs of him. I think
I think that's a good move, like, from Billy. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
these fighters. They have Billy. I'm not lost, but they have a loss and they change trainers. It's not a trainer's fault, really, is it? But some people, they do it because they need to freshen up, or I don't know. They just, as soon as they have a loss, they change trainers. Like, that's not the trainer's fault. That's your fault. You lost. You didn't listen to the instructions, sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah, of course.
And that's like most of the time as well.
Yeah, no, I got to agree with you, Gav. Well, Gav, we won't take up any more of your time today, mate. I know you've got a young man waiting for you there as well. Thank you as
very
always,
much for
Gav.
the chocolate as well.
Oh, sorry, but
awesome. Thank you very much. I ate them within like half hour.
Is that what fault? Key, is that what fault? Why you didn't go and fight? I didn't go and spar Josh Taylor now. Look, he's been feeling.
Yeah, he's been on Fredos, man. He's been on Fredos. No, Gav, it's been a pleasure. So thanks on behalf of Southwest Boxing Media, mate. And we'll catch up soon.
Take care, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Gav.